Another professional video. Magic fingers. It's just like in the movies. Well, I started out my morning with Cheez Whiz and graham crackers. And I had a banana with some M&Ms. I like to take a bite of banana, and then I like to eat a couple of M&Ms while I'm chewing things up. And then, of course, I have I've got my Irish coffee. Oh, that's the Irish. They're good people. Always have been. They make great coffee, too. Great coffee. And then I had a probiotic, Activia. Because after all, breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Be sure and eat a good breakfast if there's any kids watching. You too, Mom and Dad. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to sing the Go to Work song. Go to work, get up and go to work. Work, 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 work. You gotta get up and go to work. I used to sing that song to Shelley when she was still working and I was already retired. Okay, I think I sang the song once to Shelley. But I tell you what, you sing that song to your partner. Let them get that day started off if they're struggling, because sometimes people do. They just struggle to take the day. I'm really praying right now I haven't actually awakened Shelley. We'll see. Anyway, you do it and then you tell me how it goes. They may be real appreciative. It could happen. It's a possibility. I have this towel behind me because the chair is dark brown, and if I take the towel away, I disappear into the chair. It looks like there's a head here. Actually, I have it because I sweat like a pig. The funny thing about that phrase is pigs don't sweat. Oh golly, where were we? Oh yeah, magic fingers. This story involves the Grand Canyon and drugs. Well, we've actually went to the Grand Canyon twice. The first time involved the drugs. Well, just one. There's just one drug. And the second time, no drugs were involved. It was our honeymoon. We honeymooned on the North Rim. The Grand Canyon, by the way, is just stunningly beautiful. Pictures really do not do it justice. And I've seen some beautiful photographs of the Grand Canyon, but seeing it is believing it. The North Rim is completely different from the South Rim. If you want to visit both rims, it's going to take you a day to drive around because it's a canyon, and it's a long drive. We were dedicated. It's two totally different experiences. We found the North Rim much more romantic. There's a lot of trees, a lot of foliage. It's just more romantic because we hiked and walked and looked around and just really this was on our honeymoon. The first time we went through was not on our honeymoon. For those keeping track, because I'm obviously not in this story, because the magic fingers comes into play the first time we went, okay? Or we all settled down. The first time we went to the canyon. We just went there on a whim, really enjoyed it. This was on the South Rim. And of course, we didn't have a hotel room, so we thought we'll just stop off and get one. This does not happen anywhere close to the Grand Canyon in season, because all the rooms were filled. And we were already a long way away still trying to find a room, and we stopped off at this one lodge, and I can't remember the name of it. There was a guy ahead of us. We were right behind him, and there were some people behind us, obviously learning the same lesson that we were in the process of learning. The guy says, well, the clerk said I have one room left. One. Guy says, I'll take it. Everybody behind us left. We stayed because I thought, well, I'll talk to the guy, because sometimes the hotel clerks, when there's a lot of maximum occupancy and there's just a few rooms left, they may know where those rooms are at. So I thought when this guy gets finished up, I'll ask the clerk if he knows where we might find a room within, like 100 miles. And as the guy was filling out his paperwork, the clerk was telling him about the room, which he informed the guy had one bed. The guy said, just one bed? Clerk said, yeah, it's the last room. Guy said, I got 15 kids. He might have had 5. The number of kids varies in this story depending upon how much coffee I've had, whether I'm awake or not. I'm going to have some more coffee, some more Irish coffee. I was Irish. Finished up all the wine last night. Let me see, where was I? So Shelley and I, he leaves. I'll take that room. And we checked in, went up to the room. It was rustic. Let's just say the room was rustic. Be kind. We were grateful for the room. And lo and behold, it had a Magic Fingers bed. If you don't know what a Magic Fingers bed is, look it up on the internet. There will be pictures and everything. It'll describe, the guy invented it in 1958. There's this big box that hung on the end of the bed. You put in a quarter. It just shook the crap out of that bed. It was supposed to be very relaxing. Anyway, I had a lot of quarters on me for some reason. Carried change in those days. Let me see, I found a cigarette. It was a good cigarette. It was a really good cigarette. Had some special tobacco in it. There shouldn't be any children in the room, but if there are adults in the room, special tobacco. Okay? So it was really good cigarette. Kids, don't smoke. Best way to not smoke is never to start. And we didn't smoke, except occasionally we would have a special cigarette. Well, we smoked that entire special cigarette. It was really good. We just smoked it completely. There wasn't anything left. No paper, no nothing, because we were recycling. Yeah, we didn't want to waste anything. We didn't want to throw away paper or tobacco. So we had little special tweezers even for those cigarettes, if I remember correctly. Anyway, we smoked the whole joint, and we're in a good mood. So I said, let's try out the Magic Fingers bed, which we had already noticed on the bed that it was just really swayed out, This bed hadn't been changed in decades, the mattress. Really good hotels will change out the mattresses occasionally every year or 6 months. Not really. There was no schedule on this bed. This bed was original equipment bed. Well, we decided to be really good if we laid on opposite sides of the beds, put our arms down to our sides like little logs. So Shelley got ready. I put the I put the quarter in the bed, and it was firing up. I ran around, laid on my edge, like little logs. And as it shook, it just rolled us down to the middle, and it was just like this, just banging us back and forth, just vibrating us together. We thought this was hysterically funny. It was very late at night or early in the morning. I don't know which. I think kind of in that transition of one day into the next. And no sooner was it done, I jumped up, put another quarter in, and we did it again. Screamed and laughed, screamed and laughed. And people in the room next to us started pounding on the walls. So we brought it to a halt. We did. We brought it to a stop. And that's our experience with the Magic Fingers bed. I wonder if you can buy those. I'm going to have to check. Well, that's it. I'm going to go fix myself, because I think of those as just like pre-breakfast or first breakfast. And this would be like second breakfast. I'm ready for second breakfast now, so I'm going to go fix myself a Spam, egg, and cheese sandwich. Be sure to tell me how that go to work song works out for you, okay? I want to hear about that. I want some feedback on that, although I don't think I've enabled comments. Look, peace be with you. Hang in there. We're going to get through this.